You never know what you will find when you travel abroad. Some find a secret hideaway at a well-known landmark, while other students find new friends. One student found how to take ordinary items and transform them into lifelong memories. Shannon Wood went to Sydney, Australia with the Murray State University International Education Program. And while there, she made a project that reflected on how the program affected her.
The series is called Crowns Free for the Taking, and it's about new habits, or old habits in new places. So this was a habit of making flower crowns that I had while I was here at Murray State. When I would get stressed out, I would go out and take a walk and pick wildflowers and end up making these crowns. And then when I was in Sydney, I went out and found myself trying to recreate that habit. And then the environment in big Sydney is a lot different than in Little Murray, Kentucky. So that's kind of how these crowns came about.
One part of this project was the wide definition of material she could use.
So that, I think, was the most interesting part of the project, because when you're in Murray, Kentucky, the weeds are free to take, like the dandelions, those little purple flowers that grow, those are all free. But in Sydney, there are a lot of paid gardeners that are meant to keep up the gardens, and you can't just pull out flowers from them. So I found myself just taking all of the natural objects in Sydney, and the natural objects in Sydney included organic and inorganic items. So I'll have, leaves, flowers, and I'll also have, stray tags from dry cleaning, and art museum tickets, and forks, and interesting styrofoam things. And I found myself not being able to distinguish between a pretty yellow flower and a pretty pink sparkly wrapper. So I kind of included all of those.
Others have noticed the impact this trip had on Shannon.
Well, Shannon's always been a super bright student, a very creative student, someone that honestly I look up to, and I think that this program was perfect for her, not only for her major, because she got to take some really cool engineering courses while she was there, but also I think it definitely made her maybe a bit more mature. It helped her to see that she was on the right track, and I think definitely made her more culturally aware, and also just more creative, if that was even possible.
She recommends anyone to go away with education abroad if they have the opportunity.
Definitely study abroad. I've gotten so many opportunities since I came back. I've gotten to work with the Education Abroad office and get to share my experience with students. I actually liked it so much. I went with a provider called ISA, International Studies Abroad, and their program was just amazing. And so I get to represent them and talk about my experiences with other people.